This is my 1996 Kawasaki ZX1100E, otherwise known as the GPZ1100. And before I give you my take on the motorcycle, here are a few of the specifications. It is an inline 4-cylinder, 4-stroke motor, produces about 130 horsepower and about 72 foot-pounds of torque at 7,000 RPMs. It does have a steel tubular frame, and the dry weight's about 533 pounds. About 242 kilos. The actual displacement's 1,052 cc's, and it has a 6-speed gearbox, dual front disc brakes, and single disc rear brake. This bike has a few upgrades that were done from the previous owner, and they include a Corbin seat, handlebar risers, a Cheetah windscreen, and Vance & Hines dual exhaust system. Otherwise, pretty much stock to the bone. I'm going to start with the negatives first because they are few for me. My first negative is that it has a fairly short first gear, so much so that I find myself taking off in second gear sometimes. At first I wasn't thrilled with the 170 rear tire either. I have contemplated converting to the 180. In order to do so, I'd have to put on a ZX11 rear end on it. But the more I ride it, the less it has become an issue. The 180 might help roll the turns a little bit better, but especially when riding 2-up, but I think I'm just going to keep it like it is because I've been pretty thrilled with it. So the only other downside is the hydraulic clutch, and again, not really a problem. The only time it's been a problem is when you get into heavy traffic, more stop and go. That hydraulic clutch will definitely wear that left hand out. That's about it for the negatives, really. Now for some positives. I owned a 1978 Kawasaki KZ1000, and this bike reminds me a lot of that bike. It has that traditional grunt that Kawasaki is really known for. The bike is very smooth, has a fantastic 6-speed gearbox, so smooth sometimes that it barely feels like you even changed gears. My friend Kevin, who is riding the Triumph here, rode my GPZ 1100 once and said it rode like a Bentley. The bike is very strong. It's very responsive with the throttle. But with that said, it's a little heavy. You know, it's a heavy bike, so it can be a handful on the twisty road sometimes. But I've always been kind of partial to a bike that you have to work a little bit to ride. It's definitely not the kind of bike for an inexperienced rider. But the only one thing to remember too is it is a carbureted motorcycle. So like any carbureted motorcycle, it needs to be ridden. Ride it a lot, keep the fluids changed, and I think you'll be very happy with it. In conclusion, this bike's really a lot of fun to ride. I have put about 4,500 miles on it in just over 5 months, and I couldn't be more pleased. For the price tag that you can pick one of these up for, I can't imagine finding a more diverse motorcycle anywhere. I've been absolutely thrilled with it. A lot of fun to ride. And I suggest if you have a chance to pick one up, the mileage is under 20,000. 25,000, and it seems to be clean and well taken care of. Pick it up. You won't be sorry at all.